Hello and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. So also here we are still hovering in this ascending channel. It's a bit tricky, that situation. I just explained it in the Bitcoin video as well. There is the possibility that we finish this wave 4 already. I still have my problems with that idea. It's technically of course possible, but it's not a very clear wave 4. And that's the problem. If the wave 4 isn't very clear, it leaves doubts and it makes the chart less reliable. When does the wave 4 get clear? It gets clear if we have a very clear ABC structure that ideally gets into this green support area. This support area is relevant because typically you would expect at least a 23.6 fib level for the wave 4, which is at $1,500. Now we never reached that. We came close, but we never reached it. And that's a problem. Not that it would make the chart invalid, but it just doesn't give you that clear picture that you actually need to analyze and to trade. At the moment I have also problems to see actually a clear trade setup, because in here that's where I will go long. I already set my buy orders. I did already dollar cost average here as well for my regular program, but this would be a nice low risk trade setup to trade the wave 5, because that can go up quite a bit, maybe to 1780 depending on how low we finally come. And it needs to hold, however, and that's the condition, it needs to hold the 1390 level. I guess by now everybody knows that. Been talking about that in every video now. But yeah, I mean, it's a bit boring now again, but this is what usually happens after these rallies. You get a bit of consolidation. Some people already suggested, do we get a Bart pattern? Yeah, do we get something like Bart Simpson here? Yeah, and then it comes down. Whatever, can do. But that's, not what I would, consider. Yeah, so it's still possible that the wave 4 was in. To do that, to understand that, to trade it, of course you could trade it now. You could assume we are in wave 5. It's not reliable though. Then you can focus on the upside against 1522. If we drop below 1522, below this C wave, then this pattern gets invalidated. And the idea that we had here is zigzag, an A, B, C is invalidated. A wave, B wave, C wave, yeah? 535 would be invalid. If we assume it's in, the wave 4 is in, then we had here possibly a wave 1. Don't think this is actually the wave 2, it looks too impulsive to the downside. But what I thought about is maybe this is the 1, then here an A, B, C, and we might still come down a little bit lower in the C wave, maybe even might break that low here at 1542. I do micro counting now because not too much is going on the big greater time frame. A, B, C, that's a possibility, as long as we stay above the 1522 level. So it could very well be we just touch the channel here, maybe go below it very briefly, and then we could then rally in a wave 3. But again, for that we then need evidence and break out of the pattern. So yeah, it leaves a lot of options open for a lot of different interpretations. Unfortunately, it could also be that the wave 4, and that's what I've just charted on Bitcoin, that the wave 4 is still ongoing. It's also possible. We would then have to probably see all of this here as the A wave. What I have as ABC would just be the A wave, because an A wave can be a 3-wave structure. So let me just sketch that out for you. It could be that this here was just the A wave of a larger correction. Now A, B, C in the B wave. And now we're coming down in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the C wave. I would prefer that. But again, it leaves options open for a lot of interpretations, and therefore it's best to go back to basics, go back to key support, resistance areas. These are certainly all possibilities, and the Elliott Wave method allows us to understand that. And then we can calculate targets, but we don't at the moment know which pattern we're in. I'd actually prefer what I've just shown you. I'll actually put that on the chart so that maybe tomorrow, when we have a bit more clarity, we can go back to that. A, B, C. So that's sort of the, let's call it the alternative, or that will be the pattern if we break below 1522. Yeah, I'll make that a bit more obvious here. Maybe give it a bit of different color so that, yeah, whatever. At least that is something that I could imagine is happening here. A wave here, B wave up, C wave down in some kind of also a flat pattern, possibly expanded flat. Yeah, that's sort of where we are at the moment. Unfortunately, can't give you any clearer picture, but these are the possibilities. Direct breakout, of course, possible, but for that we need to take out, we need to break out of the channel. Okay, and that's my update about Ethereum. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.